Fluffy, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then stick around, see if you love me. If you do, then subscribe and turn your notification bell. If you're not new here, then welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me as much as I love you. And let's get right into today's video. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about our 2025 review. I used to do those videos all the time, talking about my goals for the next year and about how this year went and all that other stuff. But in the past couple of years, I haven't done that. And y'all ain't even said nothing about it. So I guess y'all really didn't miss it, but I'm still bringing it back. So, let's get right into it. Let's skip the chitty chat. In 2025, I did terribly. It was an awful year. I lost a job that I enjoyed. I was not a good steward of my business. I did not manage my time well. I did not manage my team well. I did not manage clientele well. I kept backing down. I just did not do a good job. And that's me. Like, this is me. I'm somebody who wants to walk in excellence and give my best in everything that I do. And I feel like this year I did the exact opposite. I gave the bare minimum in every space that I was in, and I hate that for me. I was utterly disappointed in myself, which did lead to depression, which made me even more so sink into bare minimum behavior. So it was a vicious cycle that got worse and worse and worse and worse. And I think going into 2026, we're working on getting up out of that. I'm really over being the lazy girl this year. I think I have irritated myself to my core. And a lot of stuff, life was lifing. Like, there was a lot of stuff that happened this year that was not my fault, that really did make my life more complicated, that was frustrating. I did make terrible decisions when it came to people that I allowed in my life and allowed in my circle and allowed myself to care for. And I don't just mean that romantically, I mean that just in general. So going into 2026, I'm trying to be more intentional with who I have in my life, how I spend my free time, the battles that I choose. I will say some positive things this year is that my patience was tested in every matter of the word. I think everything that usually would make me crash out happened to me this year. Like, everything that I've crashed out about in the past, every single thing that just in the past 5 years I've gone off on people about, I was tested with this year, and I learned that I have grown an immense amount of patience. Like, I still remember, I'm talking to my friends and I'm telling my friends, oh, this happened and that happened, and they're just like, girl, I'm surprised you didn't. And I'm like, girl, I was surprised I didn't too. But it's like, I'm now able to, whatever's going on the inside, I'm able to control myself. I'm able to hold my tongue. Facial expressions, we're still working on that, but there's so much growth that's happened inwardly, and I think, and I'm grateful for it, because that's in spite of the fact that I have been very down on myself. I have been very not on my P's and Q's. But there's certain inner lessons, inner workings that were happening, such involving my patience, such involving the way that I choose to speak, the battles I choose to fight. I've strengthened myself in that way. I do kind of, there's always, every now and again, there's some slip-ups, because my attitude and my temper is a little... Okay, but I've done that. But I do feel like I disappointed myself a lot this year. So 2026, I'm coming back for myself. 2026 is going to be the year of anchoring. It's going to be the year of alignment, the year of walking in my purpose and in my calling. I am tapping back into the version of myself, and I can feel it happening already. This has been something that's been in the works for the past few weeks. I'm tapping back into a version of myself that is based in discipline and not motivation. I'm going back to reading the books that reminded me of that. I'm going back to doing my devotion, spending more in-depth time with God. If you're not spiritual, that does not matter to you, but I am. I am getting back into focusing on my business and on my brand. So I'm showing up for you guys, showing up not with a bonnet on my head and not apologizing for being pathetic. I have not shown up the way that I want to on YouTube either, and I'm getting that together. I'm not even going to, I was giving myself way too much bare minimum allowances, and in YouTube, that was one of them. I have been, y'all sound so serious, oh my God. But yeah, on YouTube, y'all know I've been all y'all are just gonna get what you get when I can give it, and that is not who I am as a person. And as I've gone back and looked at some of the videos that I posted over the past few months, and I've listened to myself be I'm gonna just do what I can, and y'all can get a video, and I'm gonna just let this be what it is. I don't want that for me. And while I want things to be as genuine as possible, I also want to be disciplined, because there was a message that I was giving to you guys, and I'm not living that message by basically just telling you guys I'm going to half-ass this and show up however I want to show up, instead of showing up with intention, with purpose, Y'all remember I used to get dressed to sit in front of the camera. And when I say get dressed, like, I don't always wear makeup. I'm not wearing makeup right now. There's nothing on my face. But I used to, like, get dressed, put on a cute outfit, because I would, same day I'm creating content, I'm taking pictures, I'm getting stuff ready, I'm creating reels, I'm on my P's and my Q's. It's time to get back to being on my P's and my Q's and stop having so many excuses, get the spirit of laziness out of me. So that's what this year has been. It's been a lot of laziness, a lot of bare minimum, a lot of sleeping on myself, a lot of low confidence. I have been very not confident the majority of this year. My body's going through changes. It's just been a whole lot. I turned 30. Yeah, I had to really process that. But yeah, I turned 30 and I'm just going through a lot of, I don't feel old necessarily, but I just do feel like now I'm at the place where it's like, now I'm grown. I don't have, oh, you were young as an excuse anymore for the things that I'm doing. The behaviors, the choices that I'm making now are literally permanent. They're affecting me in real time. So in 2020 Twix, what is going on? Twix are for kids. 2026, I have every intention on being focused in my goals. I'm going back to early mornings, not doing early mornings, late nights like I used to. Girls going to bed, okay? A bit need some sleep. But I am going back. I have gone back. I'm not going back. I have gone back to my early mornings, getting stuff done before I have to go to work in the mornings. I'm going back to exercising. I don't remember if you guys remember when I was a gym girly. You guys remember that? You guys remember? For a little while I was a gym girly, but yeah, I'm going back to working out. I'm going back to all of the things that I used to do that were for me, the self-care, the self-love, all of that stuff. Being intentional about how I move, having actual time for myself, but also not just binging a whole bunch of foolishness nonstop, constantly, consistently. I've been very lazy. So 2026, my goal is to be more disciplined, be more focused. It is to, I'm starting from scratch within my business, because I let go of all of my clients in the summertime. And so I'm starting from scratch. I am excited to start working with companies and brands and businesses that align with me and who I am, and to challenge myself as I am both doing this with my clients as well as new team members and stuff like that. I'm just really excited with everything that's going on in my business. So my goal is to increase the business, grow it to the potential in which I should have grown it this year, but I'm going to give myself grace. I'm not going to beat myself up about this anymore, but we're gonna grow the business. We're gonna get it to where it needs to go. I'm going to be posting 2 to 3 times a week on this channel. I don't know if it's gonna be 2 or 3 times a week. It will depend, but it will be at least 2 times a week. That is going to be that is the standard that I am now setting. I posted a video last week. I had to order new chargers because my 2 other devices dead, and they use a different charger than this device. So I had to buy some chargers. They're on their way. They should be here tomorrow. So there will be no excuse. So you guys can expect that. Showing up more, taking more pictures, getting dressed more frequently, not allowing myself to just look a hot mess every day, doing my hair regularly. Y'all know I like to just let my hair do what it do, but it's time to walk in the ambiance in which I have within me. I allowed myself to slack a lot this year in who I am and how I move. 2026, we're stepping it up. So I am elevating in every way, focusing on school, focusing on my business, focusing on my career, in childcare, because even though I keep saying I'm gonna leave childcare, I no longer believe myself. But I do want to step into a more businessy mindset and space. And so we are going to be heavily working on that. I think that's it. That's all I got. If you guys enjoyed the video, you love me, right? You love me? Then subscribe to the notification bell. Let me know what your 2026 goals are. Drop them in the comments. If you guys have some wins for 2025, let me know. Put them in the comments. I love you guys ever so much, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, follow me on my socials, Cherish Flow on everything. Everything. I love you guys ever so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.